Hi, I'm Braden. I am the original creator of the automatic seed wrapper for seed libraries. And the reason why these were created is because when you are creating automatic, when you're creating wraps for your seed envelopes to send out to the community, you could have literally hundreds of them. And it takes up a lot of storage, and it's just another step in the process that volunteers would have to check off and input information in. So we created this sheet that takes all of your information and it takes all of those wraps and sticks it in one. And all you would have to do is fill out the information for each seed going down the spreadsheet. And then each seed would automatically have a number assigned to it. So once that information is filled out, you would take your seed number, go to the generator, and then put in the seed number. It's automatically filled in. You can go to the 8.5 by 11 printer sheet and you can print it. So all of your information is right there and it's dependent on the information you put in the information sheet. Same with the 11 by 17 paper. And then every year when this fills up, you can just start over from scratch, make a copy of it, or you could just keep going until you eventually run out, which would be forever. So this is a way that you can streamline the process.
Awesome. So one of the questions that I have is what would you do per se if you don't have information about maybe the time of year the crop grows or some sort of piece of information that you're not going to include on the information page of the sheet? How does that work? And then how does that affect your eventual printout?
Well, all of the printer sheets, like the 8.5 by 11 and the 11 by 17, are dependent on that information. But if there is a row that isn't filled out completely, like let's say number 61 here doesn't have any information in it. If you put that in the generator, then that information is omitted.
Right. So it's no problem as long as you're controlling it from the information page. But if you were to say try and delete anything on the actual sheet of printouts, that would sort of give an error to the system, correct?
Yep, absolutely. So the only thing that you can change is the information on the information sheet. And then for the generator sheet, just the seed number. Because the way this works is the printer sheets, the 8.5 by 11 and the 11 by 17, they all pull from the information on this generator sheet. And if there's nothing in there, then there's nothing to pull from.
Gotcha. And so you can print these on like an at-home printer, or you said that you guys use like what did you say, an industrial or a
Yeah, we use a commercial printing
commercial?
service. So any college can print this, anybody at home can print it.
And then
Um,
it's really as easy as cut and paste onto coin envelopes, or for the larger ones, they're just the bigger envelopes, yeah?
yeah, for the 11 by 17, it just fits more on there.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
we
Okay.
found
They're
that we
all
found
big.
that the 11 by 17, if it's oriented a certain way, then it'll actually fit more. And all the instructions for printing are on the very first page as well.
Awesome. So your plans or your seed library's plans is to work through the end of 2024, end the spreadsheet, make a copy of just the bones of it, and then fill out with all new information and keep the 2024 as an archive.
Yep, exactly. So that way, if you want to see what seeds you had in the previous year, or how many you put per packet, any information like that, you could just use it as a reference.
And then do you mind also talking a bit about how you work with the totals and the other spreadsheets that like you use on packing days?
Sure. So the Brown County Seed Library also has another spreadsheet that marks up how many seed packets we have packed throughout the entire season. So the way that the Brown County Seed Library does it is we have a year that has a launch where most of the community can just show up and then pick whatever seeds they want. So in order to track how many seeds we have per person, how much we gave away, and how many seeds per packet, you can create a running total and then have a goal. So those two columns are dependent on each other. And when you reach that goal of how many you've packed, the goal will turn green, otherwise it'll stay red. So when you have mostly green on your spreadsheet, that means you are doing a good job. If you have red, that means you still need a lot of volunteers. You need to pack more seeds. So it takes every day that we've had a seed packing event. It takes how many seed packets that have been packed for each type of seed variation and adds it up through the entire season. And that's how you get your total.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Braden, for sharing this information. And how do you feel about other people or other seed libraries using your template and sort of implementing a more streamlined system?
I think it's great. It's a great thing for the community. And I think if anybody wants to use this as a resource, I would be delighted because it streamlines their process and people are able to get more seeds out into the community.
Awesome. Well, if there's anything else you'd like to share, but thank you so much for your time and for creating such a helpful and awesome resource.
Thanks for having me.